driverless cars face a real risk of being hacked en masse when they are introduced to Britain. An expert has warned the connected nature of these vehicles could make them a target for hackers, according to evidence admitted to Parliament. Matthew Chennan, an insurance expert on driverless cars from Exeter University, has written to MPs to warn of the danger of road accidents. Technology experts agree that connected and autonomous vehicles without drivers are at risk. Following two high-profile U.S. hacks of cars, there are concerns terrorists could fool the automated cars into detecting obstacles which are not there and remotely slam on their brakes. In his evidence to Parliament on the Automated and Electric Vehicles Bill, Mr. Chennan wrote, "A major issue that has not been introduced in the bill is in relation to mass risk, particularly if more than one vehicle is hacked at the same time and damage is caused. There is a real risk of this happening, and this is a real target due to the connected nature of these vehicles." Driverless cars are hoped to prevent many road deaths, almost two-thirds of which are caused by driver error or failure to react, according to the RAC. However, experts say some car manufacturers are planning to create a network of family cars, principally for safety reasons. Self-driving lorries are expected to be trialed on major roads next year, which will be wirelessly connected with the lead vehicle controlling braking and acceleration. A feasibility study commissioned by the Department for Transport included the risk of cyber attack. Mr. Chennan, who is writing a book called The Law in Driverless Cars, said, "Because they will be sharing information. If you hack one, it will be possible to hack the others also." Having spoken to a number of technology experts to determine the insurance cost of hacking, I believe this is a potential issue. Hackers could trick autonomous cars into detecting an object that was not there so that they would just stop. The concern is that if this happened on the fast lane of a motorway, it could cause a pile-up. The motor insurance experts said the threat is not large but raised concerns over terrorists accessing driverless cars after attacks in which vehicles were used as weapons at Westminster and London Bridge. He added, "I am not saying this definitely is going to happen, but it is a risk and all eventualities should be addressed." While mass hacking is seen as a doomsday scenario, technology experts have not ruled it out. In 2015, two U.S. hackers, Charlie Miller and Chris Volosek, claimed to have hijacked the braking system of a Toyota Prius. 5 years earlier, researchers at Washington University and the University of California, San Diego performed a hack set to make it possible to disable the brakes of millions of cars and trucks using their dashboard computer. Hugh Boyce, a cybersecurity expert at the University of Warwick, said, "Significant efforts are being made to tackle automotive cybersecurity, but software and systems currently have a degree of fallibility which hackers could exploit. In theory, it has been demonstrated in the U.S. that vehicles can be hacked. The industry has moved swiftly to try and reduce that risk, but it would not be prudent to say it could never happen. Just look at hacks that have taken place with companies like TalkTalk and people's financial data and offshore accounts." Car manufacturers are already producing prototypes for Level 5 fully automated cars, which will follow those allowing drivers to take over the controls. Experts say they could in theory have their sensors hacked to make them detect obstacles which are not there. Their speed sensors could be hacked to make them accelerate suddenly, although experts it is thought to be most likely they would just slam on the brakes. Safety-critical software updates, if people forget to carry them out, could also make cars more vulnerable to hacking. Peter Vermont from the Transport Research Laboratory said, "Driverless cars are likely to be connected so they work like a swarm and can detect other vehicles so they do not collide. People no longer need to get into a vehicle physically, they can hack into it. It seems likely that these vehicles will be connected using the internet, which we know can be hacked." However, the industry has been really kicked into action and this issue is very prominent.